Hello guys and welcome to the very first Colin McRae Rally. Without this game you wouldn't have Colin McRae Dirt, you wouldn't have Dirt Showdown, you wouldn't have Dirt Rally and so on. 20 years old now this game, and yeah, it kind of stands up to the standard. It has aged a little bit though. First and foremost though, a massive thanks to a friend of mine and a user on my Discord server, Batteryman, for helping me to get this game to work. He has, well, we've both tried the patches and so on, and the game finally does work on PC. You can see though a few little graphical issues though. It like blinks when you go into a different setting, and for some weird reason I'm unable to get my controller to work, so I'm having to use keyboard. So this is going to be hilarious. I'm going to be controlling these cars with a keyboard. Another issue as well, which is very well known, is that if you go into the rally school and you go into expert loop, the game crashes. That is a well-known bug. There is still no way around that at the moment, so I won't be doing rally school, but that's okay. You're not missing much, and we don't need to complete rally school to do the championships. So if I quickly go into options, we're going to do novice, then intermediate, and then expert. So starting with novice, as we did with the second second Colin McRae Rally game. That is why I stopped doing Colin McRae 2, because I wanted to get this game to work and go through the series in numerical order. So yeah, we're going to do a novice championship, and we're going to pick, well, we can't pick any of these cars, so we're going to have to pick the little kit cars. And we're going to pick the Skoda Felicia. Notice there is no Renault Megane, because the patches that we're using is, I believe, the American 1.5 patch, which it removed the Renault Megane from the game, unfortunately. But I never used Renault Megane anyway, so why am I complaining? So we're going to use the Skoda Felicia, and the first rally is the Rally of New Zealand. Ah, awesome. Here we go then. So let's view the stage. Rolling hills and farmland with a loose gravel surface. It may rain. Wellsford. Awesome. Yeah, well, we don't really have to do anything. Dry grooves, medium, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, cool. Let's get started. Stage number 1. Ah, lovely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is so weird using keyboard. I'm using A, D, and K and M. A and D for left and right, K and M for accelerate and brake, and L is for the handbrake. And C is change view.
Square right, don't cut fence.
You have got in-car view here, but again, with the game being so old, you do have a few little graphic issues. The car may blink on occasion. So I just tend to be safe and use the bonnet cam.
One right, one left, across into square right.
Ooh.
Square left.
Whoops, that corner gets me every single time. I did do a test run of this the other day, and that corner still got me.
3 right, tightens, don't cut. 1 left.
But yeah, it's very odd that for some reason I cannot get my controllers to work. The steering wheel, it picks up the steering wheel fine, but the only thing is that the acceleration and brake
1 left.
are mapped to the clutch, so it was pointless. I couldn't actually control the car at all. So having to revert to keyboard, so I'm using digital steering, stuff like that, but that will give you a full sense of nostalgia anyway, using digital controls. If you were like me and you got this game when it first came out and only had a digital controller, you will remember the pain it caused trying to straighten the car up. But we're not doing too bad so far.
2 left. Long, right.
Only 2 more sectors to go before the end of the stage. Unlike Mobile 1 Rally Championship, the stages on this game are incredibly short.
3 right, into 2 left.
Purely because of the limitations.
Right, into 3 left.
Ooh, oh, and off we go into the trees. Yeah, that's done some damage, I can imagine. Not much. Our lights are still working, so that's a plus.
Square right.
8 seconds ahead of whoever that is in the VW Golf. Water splash. And stage is complete. Hooray! 2 minutes 44.13. So, stage 1 complete thus far then. We're leading the way by 11 seconds from Alistair McRae, so not too bad. Awesome, so stage 1 is complete. Let's have a look at stage number 2 then. We are in Okahu, 5.7 kilometers, weather is clear, time of day, morning, and the surface is gravel, so we still don't have to do anything. Our electrics, yeah, we could change those, add a bit of that, that's all fixed. And we still don't have to change our tires or anything, so good. Let's get on to stage number 2 then. Ah, lovely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, I remember when I first played this game, it was back in 1997, all those years ago. I think it was late 1997. And I had an old PlayStation. It was the first one. It was my brother's old one, actually. And it wouldn't play games properly. We had to stand it up on its end to actually read the discs because the laser was a bit broken. So the only way we could play games was to stand it up on its edge. And it eventually packed in. Whoops. And the only way we could play games on it again was to actually get it chipped. And we took it to this bloke, he chipped it for us, and he gave me a copy of Colin McRae. And it was a blue disc, I remember, because I think it was the American version. And yeah, it was the first time I actually played Colin McRae 1. And it was good. Ah, good old memories. But before then, I think there was a delay with Colin McRae coming out at some point, or the shop I was going to get it from sold out, so instead I got Tommy Mackinnon Rally. And that game is absolutely abysmal. It is really bad. It is fun, but it is terrible. If you have a chance of playing Tommy Mackinnon Rally, then you're in for a treat. It is terrible. But at least these stages are short anyway with the Novice Championship, and we'll win them very easy. And this car handles really well, especially for keyboard. I would have liked my controllers to work, but oh well, you can't have everything. And after speaking to a couple of friends of mine, Joe and Viper, or Brad, I'm actually considering, very seriously considering, doing a speed run of Colin McRae. I'll also have to, you know, spend some time learning the courses and stuff like that and getting used to everything. But I would actually consider doing a speed run of this game with a keyboard, so keyboard %. That would be hilarious. But you can see some of the graphical glitches as well. This game doesn't run 100% perfectly, but it does run. That is the main thing. A bit like Tokka 1. That game runs fine, but there's still a few little issues. Because, I mean, older games that are 20 plus years old, they don't tend to run that well on new hardware. So, but again, it works. It runs. It's all honky-dory. Good fun. Yay, the first time I used a handbrake. And stage is complete. Let's do a handbrake. Whey! 3:15, not bad. And stage results then, so we win by cruise. Alistair McRae was 5th, can you believe? Congratulations, you set the highest record and all that lot. So, overall time, 5:59.89. And Alistair McRae has been pushed down to 4th in his VW Golf. Cruise is in 2nd now, 6:42. So we got a massive lead on 2nd place. Do I want to save the game? Yeah, go on then. Hooray! Okay, stage number 3. This is where it changes, because we have rain. Yes, and that track map always looks like a bloke holding his arms out, and he's standing on one leg. Or it's a karate move. Something like that, anyway. But anyway, we're in Makaru. 5.8 kilometers, rain, midday, wet gravel, and wet mud. So, dry grooves. We want wet grooves, please. Everything else I don't bother changing. Can we change anything with this? Yeah, just a little tiny bit with handling and brakes. Awesome. Stage number 3, please. And the loading times are very quick as well. I don't have to do any jump cuts, which is awesome.
3, 2, 1, go.
Awesome! And off we go. Now, this game was revolutionary for one fact, that your car got dirty on wet conditions, and we'll go on the outside view, and you can see the car is getting covered in mud very slowly. I don't think any games had that back in the mid to late 90s. I think this was the first one to actually include mud physics on your car, which was nice. And even your wheels get dirty on this version, the PC version. Oh, mud banks, not good. So yeah. Ooh, come on. And if you notice, they still use the same sound effects from Tokka 1. The engine notes, and when you go into a tree or anything, if you crash your car, it's like an explosion sound, which is exactly the same sound effect that they use on Tokka 1. So, they also use the same tire screeching sound effect for Micro Machines V3 as well. So there you go. Recycled sound effects, so I suppose it helps with production time, I guess. Or production costs. I mean, you don't see it nowadays, where devs or game companies recycle used animations and stuff. No, you never hear from it these days, aka, what was it, Bloodborne, or Dark Souls, sorry, where they reused some of the enemies from earlier in the game. But hey, you know, if you can cut costs by recycling used media, then go for it. So Alistair McRae at the moment is in second. You can see on the timing screen at the top. Ooh. Wheel on the grass. Oh, and I've done a tank slapper. Come on, slow down. Ooh. Yeah, wet grass. It's like you speed up on wet grass. You brake and the car just carries on going on its merry way. Ooh, come on. Get going, get going. There we go. And it is nice that they give you a service area after every stage, unlike, you know, newer games where they give you a service area after a couple of stages, like they do on Colin McRae 2 and Mobile 1 Rally Championship, which I still think is the best rally game of the late 90s, early 2000s. I don't think any other rally game has come close. Not with stage sizes, anyway. I don't even think Dirt Rally has long stage sizes like they do on Mobile 1, but... we lost a little bit of time on one of the sector checkpoints. I'm not using manual gears, in case anyone's wondering. I'm using automatic, because with a keyboard I can imagine it would be pretty disastrous. Hey, and end of stage. Let's do another handbrake turn. Whee! 3:42.64, not bad. Alistair McRae gets second place then with a 3:54. Cruz, Gomez, Steen, Buglaski, sorry, and Rosenberg at the very back in the VW Golf. But overall then, 9:42.53, and Cruz is still in second with 10:46. Alistair McRae in third, just 1 second behind Cruz. And there we go, that is the New Zealand Rally complete. You only get 3 stages on the Novice Championship. And next then, is Greece. Then we go to Indonesia, Australia, Sweden, and France. So, yeah, 10 points then for the first rally. And do we want to save the game? Yes, please. You've completed the Rally of New Zealand. Let's see how you do in the next round of the Novice Championship. Awesome, but we'll do that next time, so I'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it gives you a sense of nostalgia, as it has done to me. Yeah, and I will see you for the Rally of Greece next time. Thanks for watching, and take very good care.